I'm Mel Nebhrajani. I'm Legal Director at the Department for Health and Social Care Legal Advisors. So we advise ministers on policies, we also draft statutory instruments for them, we take bills through Parliament, and we also provide litigation support. So my division advises the Department for Health and Social Care. We do drafting of statutory instruments, we advise and we take bills through the Houses of Parliament. We also advise on policy making, so if a minister has a bright idea, we're the ones who actually work that idea up and advise on its lawfulness, what needs to be done to implement it, and then we will actually take that implementation action if legal work is needed. We also support on litigation, so this is a department that has a lot of litigation. What we do really impacts people on the ground, so inevitably we see quite a lot of challenge, and my lawyers will support and work with our litigation colleagues to defend cases in court. Since I joined the Department of Health and Social Care, I've been involved in some really important and interesting cases. So the junior doctors dispute, where we were advising on the litigation as well as the industrial relations. Some of the really high-profile medical ethics cases, particularly around the best interests of terminally ill children, so the very sad Charlie Gard, Isaiah Hastrup and Alfie Evans case. We're also advising ministers on things like the new models of care that they want in the NHS. So that's a really controversial aspect, and we're getting a lot of challenge in the courts, a lot of challenge in Parliament as well. And we also deal with really difficult areas such as the infected blood cases. This is where people were infected by HIV and hepatitis C many years ago, and there's compensation schemes that we're advising on, there's litigation, and there's also a major inquiry that we've been involved in. That's the really exciting thing about being in the GLD. It's the sheer diversity of the work that we do. House of Lords reform was something I was involved in early on. Human Rights Act, when that was first implemented, I was responsible for coordinating that across Whitehall. Devolution, when the devolution settlements were first agreed, again, I was involved in advising on those. But it's not just those really big constitutional pieces that we do. We have a huge amount of litigation, some of the best litigation that you'll find in the country. We have international work, we also have European work, and of course, Brexit is an area that we're doing an awful lot of work on at the moment. So all of life is here. The work is absolutely breathtaking. I have had 4 children. I've taken a year at least out with each of them, and I've never found that I've come back to work that is any less quality than when I went. And in fact, I think probably they've given me more testing and stretching work in recognition of the fact that I've grown and developed and taking time out to have a family. I came to the government legal service because I wanted to make law, and that's absolutely what we do, and we're often working from first principles on novel areas. I'm very often saying to a minister, I don't know anything about that, but I'll find out. So for creative lawyers, it's a really good place to work.